Hello, ladies. Let's see here. We are going live because today we are going to talk about two words to 10x your income in 2021. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you use these two words. It would make a huge difference even as we end our fourth quarter. So, without further ado, I'm Dr. Kelly Martin, Amazon bestselling author, speaker, and sales and business coach for women. So before I tell you what these two words are, I'm curious, are you a woman who you find yourself, you're an overthinker? You overanalyze. In fact, you might even self-identify as a perfectionist. Are you out there? I know you are. I am a recovering perfectionist. I'm still working on it, ladies. But the two words I want to share with you today are going to make all the difference in the world. So this really is coming from a place of iteration. You know, when you are a woman in business, especially today in the online world, we can tend to hold back. By taking an idea and turning it into something. In fact, the way it looks for most women is you have an idea, and it's probably a fantastic idea. And you have an idea, and then the next step you go right into is overanalysis. So you go from idea to overanalysis, and then from overanalysis, you get confused, and everything starts to feel really heavy, and then you're stuck. And then what's the last step? You procrastinate. And you find yourself just spinning your wheels, overthinking. And so that great course that you wanted to launch in 2020, or that new offering you wanted to make available to people in your community, it never got launched. I want you to look at your goals back from 2019 as you were setting your 2020 goals, and how many things actually got launched. And I know for many of you, you have great ideas, and you are in that model of you have the idea, you overthink, you get confused, you get stuck, and you procrastinate. All right. So today, these two words that I'm going to tell you today will help to break that pattern and create transformation for you. And the words are two words: perfectly imperfect. Perfectly imperfect. I want you to claim right now, go ahead and tap on your chest and say, I am perfectly imperfect. I am perfectly imperfect. If you're waiting for perfection, then the people you're here to serve, they're never going to hear your message because you're waiting in the background, waiting for perfection. So if you're following the comments below, write perfectly imperfect. That is the thing. In fact, I'd love for you to do hashtag perfectly imperfect and tag a friend, encourage them to be perfectly imperfect. So I want to invite you to the Worth It Tribe. And this is a community of female coaches and consultants and entrepreneurs who are claiming their worth. They're committed to making more sales this year, to closing more deals, and to really earn what they're worth because they're claiming their worth. And part of that is also claiming perfectly imperfect. Okay. So this t-shirt, where did it come from? I just got it on Sunday. No, I got it on Saturday. I didn't buy it though. I had a group of women that I was coaching over the course of a 3-day event. And by the way, I had never done a 3-day event before. So I had to really embody perfectly imperfect. And if I were to wait until I was ready, that 3-day event would have never happened. And I can actually remember a moment when within probably 15 minutes of teaching, up on the screen, it said, you're kind of a big deal. And oh my gosh, I'm sure my face got red. And in the moment, I'm thinking, I'm kind of a big deal. Oh my gosh, there's a story behind that. I didn't even put that on my computer, but it was on a screensaver that my husband had put on the screen. And it was from an award that I had gotten from another course that I took, the I'm a Big Deal award that I had gotten. So I was in the moment like, oh my gosh, I was so scared, not so scared, I was humiliated. And what I did is I took that and I spun it around and I had all the women in the audience stand up and say, I'm kind of a big deal. I'm kind of a big deal. So that's where that started. And then by the end of the 3 days, after I made the first mistake or first, snafu, I also said, wow, ladies, I'm perfectly imperfect. So those are the two things that really landed for those women over the course of those 3 days, is by modeling being perfectly imperfect and giving them permission as women to be perfectly imperfect. So let me tell you the cycle of a successful female entrepreneur. It looks like this. She has a great idea. And from that idea, she goes into action and she starts to try on some new things. And from that action and asking for advice and asking for support and drawing out her ideas, maybe posting, she gets on her phone and she gets on Instagram and asks on Instagram what her community thinks about this idea. She gets into action. And then from the action, she learns. She gets clarity. And then from the clarity, she begins to get momentum. And that, ladies, is the cycle that you want to be in the cycle of success. Being able to take a great idea and to not overanalyze it, to not get spun out, to not get confused, to not get stuck, which then leads to procrastination. You will want to become and own your perfectly imperfect way of being in the world. Little kids don't learn to walk by just standing up one day and starting to walk. In fact, they fall a lot in learning how to walk. But as parents, do we get frustrated with them? Right? No, we support them in the journey of falling over and over and over again. So no matter where you are in business, maybe you're looking to do a Facebook live launch. Maybe you're looking to build your tribe. Maybe you're just getting started in business. Maybe you've never really offered a complete coaching package because you're, scared of actually asking for the sale at the end. You're holding back. You're overthinking. How are you going to break it, ladies? Own that you are perfectly imperfect. And being perfectly imperfect, you're going to be in service like never before. You're going to watch your income rise. So if you want to be part of a community that's claiming their worth, these are queens of worth. Join our Worth It Tribe on Facebook. We would love to support you in skyrocketing your sales up until 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, 7 figures. It will require you to be okay with being perfectly imperfect. Your people are waiting for you. Your tribe is waiting for you. You have so many gifts to share, but we can't receive those gifts when you're stuck in that over analysis, or said differently, analysis paralysis. So for today, comment below perfectly imperfect. Join our Worth It Tribe. We'll be streaming live on Wednesdays, on our Worth It Wednesdays. As a community, we claim our worth. We support one another so that we can make more money, close more sales, and make what you're worth, get paid for what you're worth. So I'm Dr. Kelly Martin Shue, Amazon bestselling author, speaker, and sales and business coach for women. I can't wait to see you in the Worth It Tribe. If you're hearing this message in the Worth It Tribe, welcome. Have a fantastic Wednesday. Signing off.